How's it going, everybody? Raph here with Gone Fishing Colorado, and today what I thought I would do is wedged in there. What I thought I would do is show everybody how to do a blood knot, or how to do blood knot at least the way I do them. There's only really one way to do them, but maybe the way I explain it helps somebody. And really, you guys, with fly fishing, for me, the main two knots that I need is that blood knot and then just a simple clinch knot. Okay, those two knots really get me by. You can do the improved clinch knot, or the way I do my clinch knot is a little different as well. It's a kind of a reverse clinch knot. But anyway, what I want to talk about is this guy right here. Maybe the camera will pick that up. I'll kind of play with that later. That's a good old blood knot, you guys, and this is just on a streamer rig. Everybody's different, but I'll go over this in another video, how I like my streamer rigs. Let me take you guys inside and I'll walk you guys through how to tie that blood knot, and hopefully get you guys out there and get you fishing. And actually, what is the blood knot for? That's another good question. The blood knot specifically, primarily, is either to extend your fishing line or to taper down your fishing line. In other words, 0x, which I don't know, it's 9 pound, or no, 0x I think it's like 12 pound or 11 maybe. Say you needed lighter line to trick those fish and you needed only 6 pound, which is 5x or 4x, to connect those two lines so that you can taper it down and make sure that you have the correct line at the end that the fish can't see where your actual fly is going to be. A lot of this line up here to a certain extent is irrelevant. What you really are concerned about is the very last piece of it. So let me take you guys inside. I'll show you how to tie this knot. Alrighty, everybody. Let me get this string ready here for us, and I'm going to show everybody how to do a blood knot today, okay? And the blood knot, I was just talking outside, is used to taper down my line from thick line to skinny line. I know I'm out of focus right now, you guys, but that's okay, because I'm going to come up close like this and it's going to hopefully be in focus. Is the main goal. Where's the perfect spot? There's that sweet spot right there. So this is my tapered line. Excuse me, this is my leader from my fly line, right? And now I want to add to this. I want to put a chunk onto this that is skinnier. Okay? I painted it. It's real pretty. It's the same orange line, but with a little black color on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these lines parallel to one another like this. Let's see if I can get that to focus. So just parallel to each other like that. Okay? Grab them in the middle, and I'm going to have both lines come out each end just like that. Okay? Grab that now and wrap that around my finger like so. And I'm going to spin this finger 2 times. Boom. And I'm going to grab that and I'm going to hold that real tight. This is the important part, you guys. Do not let this slip when you do this exchange. I kind of maybe went out of focus there. I apologize. It's not the easiest thing to do sometimes. Alright, and now I'm going to feed my tag end of my leader. Okay, this is the part that I'm building onto right now. Feed that through twice. This should also be your thicker line, you guys, because you want to get your line skinnier. The goal of a blood knot is either add line or make it a little bit skinnier. Then this black line, which is my new line that I'm adding on, I'm also, I gotta use my mouth, feed that through twice. Okay? Once I've completed that, I'm left with something that looks very beautiful. Oops, I went out of frame. Very beautiful, like this. It looks like a figure 8 almost. Okay? Now the goal to the figure 8 is to pull evenly. Okay? If you're using fishing line, you guys, I like to spin on this. Okay? Until that tightens. Then you really tighten her up. Right? Now, I have my new, to the right, black end that I added to my fishing line, and I actually should switch that around because rod's over here on our right. Now I got nice new skinny line. Now these tag ends, you guys, that are dangling in the middle right here, snip those bad boys off, and that's that. Alrighty, you guys, well, I hope that helps somebody. Here's that knot one more time. We can clean that up now. I do not have a pair of nice nippers, but I got a good old Swiss knife. Those are the best, right? And we'll just clean that up a little bit. I'm going to leave a little bit on there, you guys. You don't have to do this perfectly on the end. This does not have to be cleaned up perfectly. If you're casting correctly, you really should knot around this too much. Anyway, there's your fishing knot. Then you can go on, you guys. You got that nice skinny line for the trout. Put that right on through your eye here. tie on your bug. This is a good old Pat's Rubber Lake stonefly. Get that in focus, there we go. And you can tie that onto there and start fishing. A few more tips on the blood knot, you guys, that I've learned over time. One that I like to do sometimes when you're going from 4x to 5x, or even adding 5x onto 5x, those line thicknesses are very similar, and it's hard to tell which line is which. So what I actually like to do is I take the end of this, and you know how we have usually kind of like toenail clippers? Well, we have nippers, right, for fly line. And what I do is, just like this one, I scar it. See how that's kind of fuzzed out right there? You can do anything to that fly line to just make it unique. That way you know that's your tag end from your leader, and that's your short end that you need to feed through twice. And that lets you differentiate the two. I've run into that several times where I get halfway through a knot, get done with the blood knot, get done with it, and I look at it and I go, son of a gun, I used the wrong end. And so that's something I've solved with that. Also, you guys, having enough line when you do the knot, okay? If you don't have enough line, it starts to become real cumbersome when you wrap your finger twice here and you're feeding it through this loop. Okay, if you don't have enough line to, let me show you here real quick. Let's take this huge tag end. If you don't have enough line to feed through here, right, and then get that line to at least stay like that while you do your other wrap, well, this one will slip back out, right? That's annoying. So what you want is, in my opinion, a minimum of about 3 inches, okay, on either end to work with. So you want 3 inches on your leader, and you're going to feed that through twice, and then the new piece that you put on, it should be longer than 3 inches anyway, because you don't want to knot right above your fly, so you're going to add on, you know, 9 or 10 inches, and that one will always hold easily usually. Those are the 2 tips I can give you guys off the top of my head. I hope this helps somebody. Like I said, this is blood knot. If you have any questions, just ask below, please. I'll be glad to get right back to you guys. Again, this is Raphael with Gone Fishing Colorado, and hope this helps somebody get on out there and catch some fishies. The good old blood knot.